right. Round 2. I'm Kari.
I'm Peter.
And we're gonna do like 2 corrections from last video.
Point of clarifications.
Point of clarifications. When I watched the video back from last time, I saw that Peter said I was a lifetime teacher. I was like, well, unless he's considering the fact that I forced my siblings to play school,
Which you did.
which I did, then
You also.
I guess.
Well, I mean, you were the teacher and you played kindergarten before you were in kindergarten. And you were the teacher. I mean, we're forever grateful for your sisters to play along, and I mean that's led to your lifelong teaching. Like even after Montessori, like you have coaching, art. You coach artists.
You were coming along those lines. I tutored in college.
You tutored in college.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and also
That was my first experience, I think.
Yeah, that was
like
that was a really good experience.
I loved tutoring in college. Thank you to the professor who recommended that I do that. That was awesome. The other thing is that we
I mentioned we met on Beartooth Pass.
we did meet. It wasn't
It's more of a bumping into or
altercation.
More of an incident. More of a
We started dating in 91, but the Beartooth Pass happened like 2 years before we were dating. We even started dating.
Yeah.
And we'd have run-ins with each other in the 2 years prior to us dating.
Right. Well,
It took a while.
forced. I would force the run-ins because if I saw the blue Volkswagen, whatever. That's probably another episode.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that, but
Forced.
Yeah, her or my idea. Well, no, I really that blue Volkswagen did haunt me, and so
I'm
I
so
saw,
grateful I had a like a car that had some. So
Stuck
thanks
out.
to my parents for having that car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kari's idea of our meet on Beartooth Pass, which could be like, oh yeah, they met on Beartooth Pass. It was more of an incident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough of that. So we're talking a little bit about. We have a lot of topics that we want to talk about. But we kind of don't want to launch into some like. We're just still trying to introduce ourselves a little bit. So another thing about. So we just were thinking a little bit about like an average week in our lives, and one of the things that, I do paint I try to paint in my studio every day. That's a general day for me. It's 5 to 6 days in my studio, which is in our house, which I wouldn't have it any other way. I've tried it other ways. I wouldn't have it any other way. I need to be able to go in and out of there whenever I want to over the course of a day.
Hence the name Create Every Day.
And so a typical week is, so Peter goes to school every day, and when he comes home, my studio's in the backyard. He comes through the back door, and it faces the backyard. He comes through the back door, and he can see the work of the day that's been
through the window into the studio.
And so he usually, it's awesome. He comes in, he checks in with me. He's like, what's been going on today? And he walks around, and he honestly has a lot of really good feedback. He grew up with, his mother was an artist all of his life. So, I mean, he grew up around art all the time, but it's just like, it's pretty cool. A lot of the times I'm like, it's already 3:30, like.
And I'm walking in the door.
I've lost complete track of time, which is that's a good day actually. And then we usually do, we talk about his days in the morning over coffee before he goes to school. Like
it almost takes a few hours and a rest for me to like think of what happened the day before. Occasionally it happens before that, but more often than not it happens in the morning, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to do for the day, what unit we're working on. And Kari will ask me, what unit are you working on? And I'll be like, well, we're working on hitting the baseball off the tee. And my gratification comes from like getting a student, an athlete, I'll call an athlete, whether they're this or that, whether they're traveling soccer team, basketball, AAU team member, or they're, you know, I don't know how to step and throw.
They've never practiced with the ball. They've never.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody in between,
Yeah.
like the whole range. But then you have the athletes that are like, I know how to do this, and then, you know, you put the ball on the tee and you give them a bat and they're striking and striking.
But tell them about that one
hitting.
time. Tell them about that one time that you.
Yeah.
Just with this unit, we're just talking about this one unit of T-ball.
Yeah, T-ball is what's happening now, so it's fresh in my head. And so I have them all lined up across the gym, 6 groups, 6 bats swinging, 12 balls, 25 kids running around, and, you know, you notice somebody not hitting it, and they're getting frustrated about to throw the bat or whatever, you know, and meandering through the melee of bats and balls and students, trying not to get hit with the bat, to get somebody to, you know, just keep their head still down on the ball, and I grab their arms like I'm with Kari, and I swing the ball or the bat in her hand without her head moving, because, you know, it's obvious when you swing your head and you're, you know,
you don't see what you're swinging at.
When you're 7, you know, it's just like, you know, so you just have to like hold their head and move their arms, and then the gratification for me comes from when their head stays still and they might step. They hopefully do teach them that, which is, I mean, my style is a really like hand over hand kind of thing, but then to get them to hold their head down and then
not move their head and follow through with their arms.
And then, you know, when the student does that,
she's never hit a ball in her life.
Well, it probably did, but it didn't. And they're like, their eyes light up. And I said, didn't that feel good? And they're like, yeah, that felt really good. Got to do it again. I'm like, yeah, you have one more hit. Let's go. Boom. And then I move on to the next whatever. And so that positive thing of their eyes light up and ask them how did it feel? And they tell you that it felt good is similar to, I would think, painting a painting that has lasted. Well, here's another thing, like talk about the melee in my gym class. You have art canvases stacked up that are not working, and they're all on the wall. There's 4 on the wall and 3 standing here, and one looks like they're ready. It's ready to be done, and so the idea of Kari having all these paintings going on at once is similar to my gym, where I have all these kids doing the same thing, and then there's one gratification moment.
I'm lucky if I finish one painting a week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. So many weeks I go and I don't finish one at all. And it's just still stacks of canvas in my tiny, tiny, tiny studio.
And when I met Kari, she had a Subaru, and in the back of the
when we were dating.
When we were dating, yeah. When we were dating, this was after, like...
Yeah. Oh, 78 Subaru.
Yeah.
Still does.
84.
No, it was a 78.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
We got, then our first car was an 84.
Okay.
Wow.
That might be right. And she had a Nerf football in the back. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, whatever. Maybe, I don't know.
He was stereotypical then.
I didn't know. No,
or
I said, let's play catch. We got a Nerf. Let's play catch. I handed it to her, expecting it to be like, you know, end over end, and it comes in as a spiral. I'm like, poosh, like, wow, that was really a good throw. So we kept playing, and I was impressed with your spiral with a Nerf football. It's not easy. Like it's harder to throw a Nerf as a spiral than it is a leather football.
A lot of our dating, like getting to know each other, was playing catch.
Playing catch. So then I saw her with so I'm like, all right, your dad had a baseball mitt and a mitt, and he had the trapper. He was like a first baseman or something. Like, we still have it. And I'm like, all right, let's go to the park. So we played catch, and I said, here, put your fingers on the side and, you know, see if you can, like, spin it like you did with the Nerf. Just, like, you know, do that. And, I mean, if you look closely at Kari's elbow, it, like, makes a curveball naturally. Like, it does, you know, but not many people, like, I don't have a curveball because I can't bend my elbow like that. But she threw it, and it went, I mean, you wouldn't be able to hit it with a boat paddle. It's like,
That's a Moneyball quote. Oh, we will get into all the that Moneyball is a favorite movie, by the way. We will get into so many movies, I think, because he quotes movies like no one's business. As most of you who are our friends know, movie quotes get incorporated into a lot of the conversation. So anyway, we played we played catch. I was hooked. I guess I knew how to throw a curve, but I didn't know how to consciously do it. But you taught me how to consciously throw a curveball or consciously
push off and
pitch. So we would we would pitch to each other. And then one of his best friends in college, we got hooked on the batting cages. And he used to call our addiction to the batting cage. We would go to the batting cages. He used to call it the batting cage diet, because that's where we would spend our money in college. We wouldn't eat. We would go and we would hit. I mean, we used to do it a lot. It was so fun. We still do it when we go to Duluth in the winter time and stay on the lake. We go to the batting cages up there. We don't do that here. And I think we always, lucky to a brother-in-law, we have a t-ball set in the car. So we still
wiffle ball.
I don't know the difference really. I mean, I do, but whatever. So.
Yeah, batting cages was a big release for us, and I mean that was part of the fun and throwing and catching and having those things in the car. I mean, we just kept the mitts in the car. To this day we still keep like a bag of things in the car, the wiffle ball, and you just never know. I mean, you never know.
I think that's all. We're gonna keep it. We're trying to play.
Yeah, and then there was yesterday had snacks, and I don't know. I said something that like knocked their socks off, both of us. I mean, I was laughing at you, so there's a belly laugh.
Okay, but the belly laugh. Okay, I'm gonna post a video after I post this video of him and I'm laughing so hard it's shaking. Mm-hmm. This is the sort of belly laugh situation that we have. This is not the daily belly laugh, but this is one of those. It's pretty typical that we will have an outburst of laughter like this over really nothing. But laughing is I think it's, for me, it's probably the most important thing in my life is laughing. And it happens all the time and I'm so grateful. Mm-hmm. So
I'll be in the kitchen and Carl will be upstairs watching, whatever. And I'll hear her laughing down the stairs, and then I start laughing, and nobody's even around. I'm cooking food or cleaning the kitchen.
Which, by the way, he's gonna now make pancakes. So we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Cheers.
Cheers.